listening to the Fayetteville 411 podcast, produced by the City of Fayetteville, where you will get information about city government and the programs and services they provide. You'll get topics of interest and an inside look into the various departments that help keep our city moving. I'm John Salling.
And I'm Sherri Kropp. Spring is here, folks, and that means that it's time for one of the largest festivals here in Fayetteville. And today I'm excited to be talking about the upcoming Dogwood Festival, which happens the last weekend in April. And we're joined by Kaylin Suarez, Executive Director for Dogwood, and Jackie Tuckey, Chairperson and longtime volunteer, Jackie, right? They're going to give us all the details on what we can expect at this year's festival. Thank you both for joining us.
Oh, thank you guys for having us. We're so happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, Kaylin, I know this is just your second festival. You came in December of 24, I believe.
Yes.
And you really had great success with the first Dogwood Festival. I mean,
Well, thank you.
yeah, you went above and beyond for that one. So what can we expect at this festival?
Yeah, so last year was definitely a blast. I had a good time and a great board to support it, and I couldn't have asked for a better environment for it. But for this year, we have some big changes. We'll start with the first one, which is always a shocker for everybody, but we're no longer on Hay Street. We took a step back from Hay Street to create a tighter footprint. That way it's easier for people that are walking it, as well as it makes it one of those where you could park in front of the businesses downtown on Hay Street. You can, venture into them and not have that vendor blocking them. Mm-hmm. It was more so to do a partnership with downtown. So we're excited what the businesses are going to be plugging in and doing with Hay Street, as well as it will be drivable. So you'll be able to drive right by the festival and see what's going on.
Okay.
But the parking garages, there's 14, I believe, parking spaces on the parking website, and only one of those won't be available. So there's plenty of parking. I'm not worried about that at all.
Awesome.
And we'll give more details about that
Yes.
later. But, so the footprint is smaller then. So where does
tighter.
it take place at?
So we actually have more vendors than we did last year with this new footprint. It's going to be on Maiden Lane and the Ray Avenue parking lot, as well as still in the Ray Avenue, the Promenade, the Festival Park Plaza parking lot, and Festival Park. The Midway will be in Festival Park this year, along with all the food trucks, and the adult beverages will also be in Festival Park. So that is one of those things that we just wanted to have that tighter footprint, so that way people felt like it was more walkable. Also, it makes it easier and more ADA compliant, so that way they're not battling the vendors and things of that nature to get by if they need to. Mm-hmm. But
so when does the event take place?
Yeah, it'll be April 24th through the 26th. That starts on Friday. All of our vendors and our sponsors will be set up this year on Friday versus waiting for Saturday for them all to set up, just because we expect this to be a good turnout this year.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things changing, and so people are interested in what the changes are, so they're going to come down and take a look and give their opinion. But also we wanted to give our sponsors and vendors more time out there to be a part of such a big event that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the excitement building, how are we kicking off this event?
With Cork and Fork, that will take place on the 23rd, which is a Thursday before the festival. And that is being catered by FTCC's culinary department.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So the students are going to come out and showcase everything they've got going on. We'll have different adult beverages out there, live music will be taking place, and the silent auction as well. And that's all happening right here downtown at 143 Maxwell. So we're getting to partner with another venue downtown, so that's been fantastic.
Throughout the festival here, what other activities can people expect? What are we looking forward to doing?
Yeah, so we've got a lot of collaboration happening this year. Historically, we've had different activities that have taken place, but we're focusing more on what's at home. So Fascinate U is coming in as a great partner. They'll be doing their science fair that will be taking place on Saturday, the 25th, in our kids zone. So come out and support them and get your kids involved. It's hand-on activities. Then we'll also have the United Way will be bringing out their literacy council to be reading to the kids and have activities for them as well, but to get them more involved with what they have going on, because with that program, you can sign up for the Imagination Library that day as well, so your kids get a book every month. My kids enjoy it. They still look forward to it. But we'll have that going on. Schoolie Express will be out there with her mobile art bus. She'll actually be celebrating her 1-year anniversary. So she opened at Dogwood last year, and so Dogwood's her anniversary.
Cool.
So I'm super excited to be celebrating that with Stacy. And we'll have different vendors going on, and the kids zone is going to be located in the library parking lot. So it is right up there next to all the action. So it's less of a walk for some people this year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great that you've got the community partners that are
Yes.
participating in that.
And we'll get to see some of the benefits of that tighter footprint too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that way, when you're taking your 5-year-old, on the walk with you, it's they can see it, so it's more manageable for them, or your spouse, whoever doesn't want to walk with you.
And that kids zone is every day of the festival.
It will be
correct?
on Saturday and Sunday. Friday it will be available. But just know that all the Saturday will be the most activities for the kids zone. But it will be available all 3 days.
Okay. And then let's talk about some of the other activities. I know the car show is always a big deal.
The car show is, last year we had 99 years of cars, so we're hoping to hit that 100-year mark this year. But the car show will be taking place Saturday in the parking lot on Ray Avenue that's between the church and the library. So it's changed its location completely, and it's more so to have it closer to the festival so everybody can see it. Because one of the things is people ask, hey, how's the car show going? And we're like, it is 3-4 blocks that way. So we're hoping with this tighter footprint, more people get to participate in the viewing of the cars. But the car show will be happening, again, I want to say that on Saturday because historically it's been Sunday. And that is something that I'm personally looking forward to. I'm looking for a Thunderbird. So
Yeah.
And for anybody that wants to register to participate in the
Yes.
car show.
We will be
how do they do
launching that today. The application will go out and it'll be on our website as well as Eventney, or you can find it on our social media. And if you can't find it anywhere, you can always message us because I'll gladly send you the link.
And I know another big draw is the Midway, so let's talk about that.
So the Midway has historically been anywhere but in Festival Park, but this year I moved it into Festival Park. It's in a shaded area. It's the little grassy triangle area is where the Midway will be moving. So it will be behind security, so please remember, bring your clear bags if you have any intention of going to the Midway. But with the Midway, we're still super excited about having it.
How excited are we for these musical performances that we've got coming up here?
Personally, I'm stoked, but I love music of all background. When we were talking about the different genres that could be playing, historically, Dogwood has been country or rock, and that's fantastic. I love it. But apparently we're on the right trail because some of our sister festivals are also doing the same thing. So you can go and have your hip hop feel for across North Carolina this year. But we will be having DJ Yoda take the stage on Friday. And then Trev Truth, who is a local musician, fantastic. I got to hear him at the 2-6 Cypher for the first time, and I was like, I want that kid. So he's playing. And then Yin Yang Twins will be the headliner for that day. So you can come out and, make sure you hydrate, stretch, all that fun stuff before you get out there because some of us can't drop it like it's hot like we used to.
I hear you.
Oh, yeah.
But so I'm pretty excited. I think it's going to be great. And then on Saturday, we have DJ Problem as well as Echo Stone. All three of all of the DJs and the local musicians are from the surrounding area. So they are homegrown and they're doing this for the love of Fayetteville. But the headliner for that night will be Saved by the 90s. So you will probably get some, song in there that you're like, oh, I haven't heard this in forever. But there's some nostalgia that will be happening. So play your 90s playlist and there's probably going to be something there for you.
Cool.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and where else can you go out and get that musical entertainment and not have to pay? I mean, this is absolutely free.
It's taken everything in me not to post on other festivals that have similar acts. I'm like, but it's free in Fayetteville.
That's right.
And I'm like, don't do that. But I'm very excited that we continue to have this to be free because of the city support, because of all of our sponsors and the countless volunteers. A lot of people assume that we have 30 people working behind the scenes. And I'm like, Dogwood has 2 paid staff members, which is 1 more than we had last year. And we have a board that pours into it and volunteers. And so with this, we're trying to continue to keep that where it stays free because everybody deserves to have access to music, to art, to community events. And when families come to the Dogwood Festival, it's not just nostalgic for them. It's something that they can afford to take their kids to do that is free. Now, it does cost you gas money, and you might have to say no to a turkey leg or funnel cake or two, but you're able to budget easier. So that's something we always look forward to.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing we want to mention is the great food that is out there and the various vendors. What type of vendors will you have?
Well, we have a lot of food vendors this year, and I think that's one of the things people really look forward to, whether it's fair food or Sunday food or whatever it is. Most of our food vendors, our food trucks, will be in the Festival Park area, but we also have a whole lot of vendors that are going to be up the hill, I call it, in the library area near Hay Street. So there'll be something for everybody, as there always is, and can't wait to see what's going to happen this year. As far as craft vendors go, this is a booming year for craft vendors, and we've got plenty and so many different varieties, and lots of people that are coming up with new crafts that they're making. They may be familiar to us, but here they are with a whole array of new items. So it's going to be wonderful. I'm absolutely positive. As long as it's a sunny day, we'll all be very happy. But our craft vendors will be primarily up the hill. There'll be some, and then in the parking lot here behind the building. So,
And when you say up the hill,
Ray Avenue.
Ray Avenue,
Yeah.
Okay, Ray Avenue,
This
and
hill.
and the parking lot that's at Ray and Maiden,
Yes,
right?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be very interesting. Most of them will be loading in Friday morning, and this will be very different for us because we're used to having a Saturday morning load in. But it'll be exciting to have those people come in early enough that we start the music and the crowds just keep coming all weekend long.
Now, one thing we do want to mention with the musical entertainment, when you come into Festival Park, there is a clear bag policy.
Yes.
So you can't bring big, backpacks and things like that, or even ladies cannot bring their purses. It has to be clear, like a 12 by 12 size.
Yes, exactly. So nothing bigger than a tote. Now, if you have a child, of course, they're going to say, bring your diaper bag, and they'll go through it. So don't be sneaky. But with the clear bag policy, it's just like if you went to Segra or if you were going to the Crown Coliseum.
Anywhere these days. Yeah.
Right. Yep. So it's nothing new, but it's new to Festival Park. It took place last summer is when it got implemented, and we're here to abide by that ordinance. So we want to remind everybody to save you the steps. Clear bag policy.
Right.
And I think I'll say clear bag policy 500 more times before the end of this week.
Yeah, yeah. And it can even be one of those small wristlets.
Correct.
As long as you can see through it, or even a Ziploc bag.
If you're in a crunch, now I will
Grab a
say
Ziploc bag.
that there's quite a few different spots here in town that do have clear bags, and if you are walking around, there's probably going to be a vendor giving out one. So
I know the
or
city of
sponsor.
Fayetteville will be there, and
I hear they've
we'll
got
be
the
giving
best
out some
ones.
bags. Yes.
Yeah,
Got some
so
pretty good ones in
So
store.
make sure you stop by our little booth, and
yes,
we'll give you the clear bags and a whole lot more.
hey, that's all we could ask for. But we've been very fortunate that we haven't had many people have issue with that, and I think it's because the community calls for it, and they're so used to it. If you're a concert goer, you already know in your head, hey, let me just pre-plan. So that is something that I'm excited about as far as the community being so receptive of it. And clear bag, and we'll say clear bag 4 more times.
And anything else people should keep in mind coming out to the fair?
I think the biggest thing is stay hydrated and wear comfortable shoes, because a lot of the times people are like, the weather's so great and it sneaks up on you. And if you're not used to being outside from, 12 to 8, then it could be a lot. So hydrate, and wear your comfortable shoes, but also come by and make sure if you find a vendor that you love, leave them a review, because that does help them when they're going to other places. And if you're coming to the festival and you want to take a time out, go grab a drink or appetizer at one of the local restaurants downtown, or, peruse one of the local shops, because I could tell you they would greatly appreciate it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's talk about parking for just a minute.
Oh, yes.
So the Dogwood Festival is considered a special event, so there will be parking lots
Yes.
that you have to pay the special event price, but I believe the on-street parking is absolutely free. Is that right?
That part I don't know. That would definitely
I think so, yeah.
Be a question to ask. But I do know that there's surrounding businesses that will also have event parking. So they, and from what I've been told, that those small businesses charge $10 to park, but they might be closer. However, the city, believe the special event fee is $5. So you do your math and figure out which steps work best for you.
Right.
But there are 13 different parking garages or parking lots available from the city, and
Right.
the parking website that the city has been fantastic, and that's what we've been pushing out, because a lot of people don't realize that the amount of steps that they do in Walmart alone is the same amount, if not, a little bit more than what they'll do at our event. But with us being the largest event in Fayetteville and Cumberland County, we want to make sure that people know that it's worth coming out for, and that there's something for everybody, and there's going to be a moment that you have that you didn't realize you're going to end up making, that memory while you're here. And I think that's the best part for me.
Right, absolutely. And if people need more information about the parking or the special event parking, they can go to the FayettevilleNC.gov/parking and get all the information there.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure you have it on the Dogwood site.
Yes,
as well.
actually I do.
Yeah.
And a lot of work goes into this festival. Like we said, only 2 paid staff members. Can you tell us some about all of that planning, the setup? Do you need volunteers? Can you tell us some about what it takes to put this together?
So this festival takes a year to put on, plan. So we're already working on the 45th festival, so stay tuned. But with planning, it takes the board, making a lot of decisions, a lot of voting, a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that the community doesn't get to see. Some of them assume that we have this magic wand that we can wave and that, boom, there's music talent. There's a lot of negotiation that goes on behind the scene. There's a lot of planning, a lot of permits, a lot of fundraising and sponsorships that take place. But volunteers, Jackie, tell us all about how you can get to be a volunteer. We need you.
What we really need is volunteers to do load-in for our vendors. It's going to be a long day, but I think it's going to be fun. You get to meet a lot of people, and we have sections where vendors will be placed, and out in this parking lot, be a lot of them, but I'm looking for vendors who can spend 4 or 5 hours with us, assisting people to the spot that they are going to house in for a few days, and moving traffic cars out of here and there. So there's plenty to do, and there's plenty to do in the park too. We've got a lot of heavy lifting that goes on. People don't realize, a lot of chairs to set up and tables and bike rack.
Right.
On and on.
Right now, the National Guard has some people that they'll be sending out to help me with the heavy lifting, because
nice.
while I can lift a lot, I'd like to not do it alone.
It's always good to have that help.
Yes, so we'll have anybody that, if you want to get your workout in for the day, if you need a reason to leave work and take a day off, Friday on April 24th, that morning is the day to do it. I'll write you a sick note. So.
And there's also volunteers that are in the park at some of the, I guess, where the alcohol tents are. Or
so
whatever.
The alcohol volunteers are covered by Kate Beard. They come out and they provide countless hours to us, and we're very thankful for them. But we'll always take more volunteers, because I would like to give more bathroom breaks to people. So if anybody's looking to get community service hours in for whatever reason they need, there's a couple of classes I need them to take beforehand. So they can, once they register with us, then we'll have them take the ABC class as well as a crowd management course. And all that's free to them because it's free to us. So, and anybody can take it. So if you're doing an event planning, highly recommend.
Right. Well, we couldn't do it without the volunteers, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
And then before we wrap this up, excuse me, we'll talk about the collaboration with the city. I know the city's heavily involved with the Dogwood Festival. Talk about that.
Yeah. So with the city, where do I begin? So Park and Rec, I would like to thank everybody that I work with for all the attention to detail first that they put in. And because there's a lot of phone calls that get made, whether it's to Park and Rec or whether it's to grounds or whether it's to waste management, or what a lot of people in the community don't realize is that it's not just Dogwood. The city does a lot behind the scenes as well. So they cut the grass 2 to 3 days before the event to make sure it's ready to good to go, and it looks beautiful. They also make sure that we have enough trash cans that are taken care of, or that the facilities are working, that the power's on, that the water works. There's a lot more that I'm forgetting, and blame it on Mom Brain. I'm going to claim that for 18 years. But with the city, that expense alone saves us a lot of money. So I will put that out there. People don't understand how much a festival costs to put on, And with the city support, it saves us easily between $60,000 to $100,000 when you're putting on an event. So last year, Dogwood only cost us $145,000 to put on. Previous years, it's been $200,000 to $300,000, depending on the entertainment. That plays a big factor. But with us being a nonprofit, doing this for the community and as a community tradition, the city does do a lot in helping us save. Because if we were to do it somewhere else, I could tell you right now, security and police are very expensive, but they're very, very needed. And our police and security team, which is through Rough Riders, they do a fantastic job on making sure that we stay safe. And the fire department and EMS as well. And they all have a good sense of humor, even though we're out there countless hours. So that's very much appreciated.
And I know those ground maintenance guys do a wonderful job at the cleanup, because of the festival ends on Sunday around 6 o'clock or something like that. Or I'm not sure what time, but on Monday morning when I come into work, you couldn't tell a festival even happened. Everything's put away and tidy and looks nice and clean.
Absolutely, because one of the Dogwood requirements, and sometimes our board loves and doesn't love, is that we don't let anybody leave the park until it's clean. So it's between the grounds and our board. It looks brand new before the sun rises, and we want to keep that. So we want everybody else to take as much pride in Fayetteville as we do as a community.
And with everything we've talked about, if people want to find out more or look into things that maybe we didn't get to yet today, where can they go? Where is all this great information about Dogwood?
The easiest place, and for everybody to remember, is always social media. So link it there. Go Google Fayetteville Dogwood Festival. You'll find a lot of things, but you can always find everything on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Those are the 3 social medias that we're actively on. And then, of course, our website is linked on all of those as well.
And just to recap the dates one more time?
Yeah. The Fayetteville Dogwood Festival is April 24th through the 26th.
Okay.
So be there.
Thank you, ladies, so much for coming on. And for people that have been out to the festival multiple times, there's always something new, right? So we want them to come back out this year and see what they can find that we didn't have last year or the years before.
I'm personally excited for the empanadas that are going to be there. So I'm just going to throw that out there.
Well, thank you both. I appreciate it. That's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Fayetteville 411. The Fayetteville 411 is one of several podcasts that the city produces for our Radio Fayetteville podcast channel. Be sure to subscribe to Radio Fayetteville on most of your favorite streaming platforms.
You can also listen to every podcast that Radio Fayetteville has to offer by downloading the Fay TV streaming app, available now on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV. You can view all of our video content by visiting faytv.net. To get information about city services, go to our webpage at fayettevillenc.gov. And thanks for joining us. And thank you both as well.
And we'll see you at the festival.